Okay, our headliner is Dana Keel, and she's a Flapper's favorite, and Harriet Tubman in a former life. Give it up for Dana Keel.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dana Keel. She said that. Thank y'all for being here. y'all are a fantastic crowd. It is Black History Month. I'm excited, y'all. I wore my Sunday best. Can you tell? It's giving. I feel like Martin Luther King holiday is the gateway drug into Black History Month. I just feel like we could just party on, right? We could just party on Black History season and then Black History Month. I have lived in California almost 30 years, but I grew up in Huntsville, Alabama. Yes, and let me tell you, like, it's a very black and white town in the 70s and the 80s. And when I was growing up, my parents are what are called the silent generation. They are the generation that actually marched with King, right? And so when my sister and I were little, they would talk to us about Black history. And McDonald's even had a slogan back in the day, 365 Black, right? And so my parents, I would describe as missionary Baptist with a smattering of Black Panther. Right, and so they taught us about our heroes, and so I was in second grade. I wanted racism to end. It was, we had seen the eyes on the prize. There was a German Shepherd that lived across the street that was owned by my Black neighbor, but I just had flashbacks at 7 of the dogs in Birmingham just seeing German Shepherds. So I just thought, I told my dad, I said, but if white people knew that Garrett T. Morgan, a Black man, invented the stoplight, well, that would end racism. It stopped traffic, but not racism. I thought, well, if they knew George Washington Carver, a Black man, created peanut butter, well, surely we all eat peanut butter and jelly. That would end racism. Ooh, not for people with peanut allergies. You know what I'm saying? Not so much. And if they knew Charles Drew, open hearts, But it just turns out that there is no amount of Black history that would end racism. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the meritocracy that they tried to convince us it was. But then as a child, I learned about Rosa Parks, right? Y'all all know who Rosa Parks is. Got us off the back of the bus in Montgomery. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, she just was a hero to me. That was a Wonder Woman if I ever saw one. But here's the thing, even to this day, I don't want to be at the back of nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? The back of the bank, not the back of the line, not the back of the classroom, not the back of the airplane. Like, I don't like to back up in my car because it means other mother fathers are trying not to cuss will be in front of me. Y'all, who goes to Planet Fitness? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I don't, in my Planet Fitness, the treadmills are in the back. And so I don't even like weights, but the weights are at the front, right? So I'm going where justice is. I'm going down there with the weights. No justice, no peace is what I'm saying. And y'all can tell I'm a card-carrying Gen Xer, right? I want to shout out, I want to give praise to the great Carter G. Woodson. It's a little history, I'm a teacher. Little history, Carter G. Woodson was a man who created Negro History Week, and that evolved into Negro History but Black History Month. So I just want to shout out George Washington. Oh, wait, hold on. Ring, ring. George Washington Carver. Okay, I just talked about you in my set. Okay, yeah, I know. So you're gonna make a nut-free peanut butter? Okay, all right, talk soon. Sometimes the answers call. The ancestors called, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let me see. Y'all, I said it wrong. I'm so embarrassed right now. Carter G. Woodson. Did I say Carter G. Woodson? Yeah. Okay, good, I got it right. Sometimes up here I'll be like, wait, ring, ring. Carter G. I thought I messed up your name. But listen, we're having a show in honor of Black History Month. You know you did that, right? Okay. All right, talk soon. Happy Black History Month. Talk soon. All right, yeah. Sometimes they call. But y'all, so in life, I am a card-carrying Gen Xer, as I mentioned. I am 50 plus plus, and let me just say about being 50 plus plus, the obvious, black don't crack. Y'all see it, right? You know what I'm saying? Reparations. But yeah. All right, and let's do a room check. Where are there Gen Z in here? Anybody Gen Z? Gen Z? Okay, good. Okay, one. I was gonna say I don't like y'all, but okay, you're here. I'm happy you're here. All right, where my millennials at? Like, where my fellow Gen Xers at? Oh my couple. And where my boomers at? It's usually a boom. All right, come on, boomers. Yes. My parents, like I mentioned, are silent generation. Let me just say this about silent generation, my dad. So my dad is 92. He turned 92 on the 19th. Y'all, somebody sold my dad a Ford Expedition. Like, who was out here giving 90-plus-year-old men Ford Expedition? This big car. But we got him into location sharing over the holiday because even though he's still a good driver, we just want to, watch out for him. But y'all, I took a big old drive last week, like 7 hours up to Northern California and 7 hours down. And even though I'm 50 plus plus, I am still his baby. I'm the youngest, right? So I was like, I'm not gonna tell my dad I'm taking this drive. I'm just, and he called though. He called on the road. I'm not a good liar. So I told my good girlfriend, I said, hey, text him like, are you okay? I'll call you back, can't talk right now. So she texted him. Next morning on the family Zoom, my dad burst out and says, well, I called you because I saw that you were on the 5 all day on Friday. And I'm like, sir, who's Zooming who right now? I got the location sharing to watch you, not for you to watch me. You know what I'm saying? That's what a smattering of Black Panther will get you. But like I said, I bring up age and generations because y'all, in the summer, I had to fight some raggedy bitches. Let me tell you. And fighting over a certain age is tough, y'all. Let me tell you about these raggedy bitches. I was on the couch, fighting for my life, congestion, all kind of stuff. Went to the hospital because stuff started coming up top, stuff started coming out the bottom. Y'all, and besides pneumonia, they diagnosed me with a menopause UTI. That's right, urinary tract infection. I say menopause because it is very different from a whole phase UTI. You know what I'm saying? The menopause UTI just comes on you with no symptoms, no pain in your bladder, no pain in your pees, nothing. Whereas the whole phase UTI, by the laughter, y'all know something about it, right? And here's the thing, I never had one in my whole life. I thought when I died, they were gonna say, here lies Dana Keel. She never got a UTI. Yeah, but I came out the hospital wanting to be healthy. So I came out with some addictions, not to pills. Health shots. I pre-game with vitamin C and turmeric shots. But I came out addicted to sea moss for my good health. Anybody heard of sea moss? Who here? Where the black people at? I know they know about sea moss. And to my Caucasian cousins, y'all better get you some sea moss, that's all I'm saying. Addicted to collagen because these joints, be giving me a little trouble. And I came out addicted to St. John's wort. Right, for memory. When I can remember to take it. Y'all, but man, I'm healthy, I'm strong. Y'all see me, right? This dress is cute. This is Ross Dress for Less. We are proud in here. But I'm a teacher. Man, I watched the monks march for peace. Anybody saw the monks walking for peace? I want to walk for times tables. Because don't nobody know them. These kids, 6'7", 6'7". That's all they got. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, learn your 6 times tables. Learn your 7 times tables is what I'm saying. And everything before and everything after. The other thing, so at this point, the kids that are in 5th grade were kindergartners in COVID, so we call them COVID kinders. Man, and they ain't got nothing but the 6, 7. I'm trying to talk to them about fractions, and I gotta be 3 7s plus 3 7s. Ooh, Miss Kill, that's 6, 7! Okay, well, you cooking. They wild. That's all I can say. They wild. And as a teacher, we always have these wish lists, kind of vision boards at the top of the school year. Now we're at the top of the year. And usually we're looking for sanitizer, we're looking for Kleenex, we're looking for paper. And let me just say this on another note. Y'all, hand, foot, and mouth disease is back from medieval times. Let me just say that at the schoolhouse, these babies are coming up with hand, foot, and mouth disease, lice, ringworm, and I'm like, jaundice, colic, where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? Bubonic plague, you know what I'm saying? We know that the Center for Disease Control is in Georgia, but I feel like my school site is the Center for Disease out of control. You know what I'm saying? Man, and here's the thing, I gotta stop over and do a side note on lice. Let me just say this. Are there any Latino family in here, descendants of Cesar Chavez, descendants of Frida Kahlo? No, not in this room. Yes, one? Let me just say this. I didn't know y'all got lice. I grew up, again, in Huntsville, Alabama. In the 70s and the 80s, it was very black and white. When I was in public school in Huntsville, Alabama, and they would test for lice, and people had lice, it was always the white kids. And if it was us, we knew it was the biracial us. You know what I'm saying? It was never the kids that had 2 black parents and 4 black grandparents. Like, we never, did somebody catch the math? You know what I'm saying? We never got it. But like, man, my Latino brothers and sisters, these babies get lice. I didn't know they was plagued with the colonizers bullshit. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But it feels like the Centers for Disease out of control over there every day. Let me see what else I want to talk to y'all about. 2 things so we can wrap this on up. Cause thank y'all for being here. That's first. Y'all don't even know. Y'all are heaven sent to me. Modern times that we live in. I'm a Gen Xer, but I'm very compassionate to Gen Z and Gen Alpha, right? Very compassionate. I don't want them to be raised like we was raised, just everything got solved with a belt or with a house shoe, and if your parents didn't spank you, they used shame as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Just made you feel bad about yourself. So with my kids, I try to give them that social emotional regulation, those moments. So I was like, how you feeling? So my 5th grader one day told me she was sad. And I said, well, what you sad about? She said, well, my mom is out of town. And I said, oh, well, have y'all never been apart? She said, no. I said, well, how long will she be gone? She was like, 3 days. And I was like, you'll be all right. I was like, you'll never know a time when you had to pay for long distance to talk to her. You'll never know a time when you couldn't see who you was talking to on the phone. Do you know what I'm saying? That was Wakanda for us. And Gen Xers, they would always say to us, one day you're going to see who you talking to. That was the future. The future is now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you'll never know a time when you had to worry about rollover minutes. You know what I'm saying? Cheer up, little one. Yeah. I will say this though, as a black woman, it turns out that black women are the most underdiagnosed in ADHD. And you kind of know it because if a black woman needs hair care products, she doesn't just mix up grease in her kitchen. She creates a whole hair care line. You know what I'm saying? Like if we want a nutrition system, we create a whole cookbook and everything, Tabitha Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like we take it to the nth degree. And y'all know it's Black History Month, and there used to be this other N word, not the hard R, but nappy. They used to tell us our hair was nappy. Nappy took down a lot of self-esteem, and any black woman in here, we know it, right? And y'all know mine is 4C, because that's the thing, it's under here, this bar, but under here, man, so African American women created a nomenclature for our hair and our curl pattern, and here they covered all the bases, Latino family, Caucasian cousins, everybody. So there's 1C, that's straight hair, all the way to 4C, which is the tightest curl pattern. I think I'm 4D. There's not even a 4D now. I think they're gonna have to create it for me. But this is what I also think when I talk to my 5th graders who we want to help with social emotional regulation. They'll never know a time, hopefully, when somebody called their hair nappy. You know what I'm saying? We hope that. Let me leave you with this. So, been teaching special ed on top of a lot of stuff, right? And when I tell people that, so you teach kids on the spectrum? I'm like, we are all on the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? You talk about no child left behind. No soul, no sentient being, no human. You know what I'm saying? We all got a drop pin location on the spectrum, right? And so y'all know, ADHD is now on a spectrum. It's like, move over, autism, there's a new spectrum in town. And to that vision board with paper and sanitizer, I really want just attention span, focus, and memory on mine. You know what I'm saying? I just put brains all over my vision board, small and large, because size matters. So I had a third grader call me a scallywag, right, with no edges. Now, to the Caucasian cousins, descendants of abolitionists, descendants of Quakers, descendants of Cesar Chavez and Frida Kahlo in the room, that's this part right here, right? And I'm worried about these edges. They own life support, so I understand. But she called me a scallywag with no edges. And then, like, later in the day, she hit a boy, so I, like, put her in a little hole to keep her from hitting anybody else. Y'all, third grade got something that AARP years old does not have. It has speed, it has balance, it has agility, right? She shook loose from me and I dropped straight to the ground, fell on this right knee, right? And when I got up, it was buzzing and burning. And I asked my Gen Z co-worker who ran track, I said, hey, Miss A, got a little buzzing burning in this knee, what you think that is? She said, oh, Miss Kill, that's arthritis. Y'all just get that. I said, we are not at the bar requesting arthritis gin and juice. Not reading glasses, Pinot, not menopause, team menopause here, juice and gin, and not colitis cocktails either. Not HBP, that'd be high blood pressure, edibles. We want CBD edibles like everybody else. I'm Dana Kill, that is my team.
Give it up to Dana Keel. You guys, I know you got a lot of choices. Thank you for coming tonight and staying for the entire show. And now it is time. It's that time to give prizes away.